The hand release push-up is the third event. The hand release push-up is a 2-minute timed event that measures upper body strength, push endurance, core strength, and coordination. During the IOC field test, the Army will study 2 administrative protocols for the hand release push-up: the arm extension protocol and the hand lift protocol. On the command of "Get set," the soldier assumes the starting position. This is the prone position with hands flat on the ground and index fingers inside the outer edge of the shoulder. The chest and the front of the hips and thighs will be on the ground. Toes will touch the ground with feet together or up to a boot's width apart. The ankles will be flexed. Soldiers may adjust their feet during the event as long as they do not lift off the ground in the front-leaning rest position. The head does not have to be on the ground, but should be in line with the body, eyes facing the ground. Graders should sit or kneel 3 feet to the side and above the soldier's head. For movement 1, on the command "Go," the soldier will raise the body from the ground as a single unit to the front-leaning rest position by fully extending the elbows. The soldier will maintain a generally straight body alignment from the top of the head to the ankles. This generally straight body alignment will be maintained for the duration of the event. Failure to do so during a repetition will cause that repetition to not count. The front-leaning rest is the only authorized rest position. Bending at the knees, hips, trunk, or neck while at the rest position is not authorized and will cause that repetition to not count. For movement 2, from the front-leaning rest position, the elbows will bend to lower the body under control back to the ground. The chest, hips, and thighs should touch down at the same time. The head and face do not have to contact the ground, but the soldier should be looking down towards the ground to keep the head aligned with the body. Movement 3A is the arm extension hand release push-up. Without moving the head, body, or legs, the soldier will extend both hands out from the body until the arms are extended. The hands must be off the ground during arm extension. After extension, the elbows bend to move the hands back under the shoulder until the hands return to the starting position, generally when the back of the thumbs or the hands touch the outside margin of the chest. Movement 3B is the hand lift, hand release push-up. Without moving or lifting the head, body, legs, or feet, the soldier will lift both hands from the ground at the same time. A clear gap between the palms and the ground must be visible to the grader. Failure to lift the hands off the ground will result in that repetition not counting. The hands are then lowered under control until they return to the start position. Soldiers may not slam their hands to the ground to start the next repetition. This will cause the repetition to not count. For movement 4, regardless of the hand release push-up protocol, soldiers must ensure their hands are flat on the ground with index fingers inside the outer edges of the shoulder, which returns them to the starting position. This is considered 1 repetition. The soldier may not begin the upward movement until the hands and the body are fully rested on the ground with the head in line with the body. The soldier must make a continuous effort to raise the body from the ground and cannot rest on the ground. A soldier will be considered to be at rest if their efforts to perform a repetition stop for 5 seconds or more. A repetition will not count if the index finger is outside the outer edges of the shoulder, the soldier's feet are more than a boot's width apart, the soldier fails to simultaneously raise the shoulders and the hips off the ground in a generally straight body alignment from the top of the head to the ankles, or the soldier bends or sags at the shoulders, hips, and knees while in the front-leaning rest position. The event is terminated when the soldier puts a knee or elbow on the ground or the 2 minutes have elapsed. After 1 warning, the event will be terminated for any of the following reasons: resting in any position other than the front-leaning rest position, lifting a foot or hand from the ground in the front-leaning rest position. Example scenario: soldier reaches the front-leaning rest position and lifts a foot. The grader announces, "Soldier, this is your first and final warning for foot infraction." Soldier repeats the infraction 3 repetitions later. Grader says, "Foot infraction terminated." After 1 warning, a repeat failure to correct body alignment will result in event termination.